Right now, we have one male black, 26 years old, transported to Northwestern Hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
This bitter feud not only captivated the hip-hop community, but also had devastating consequences, resulting in the untimely death of FBG Duck. With viral new footage available, we can now get to the truth behind King Von killing FBG Duck. The jaw-dropping tale of violence, gang affiliations, shocking arrests and convictions, and the dark side of fame are just a few highlights of today's video. King Von killing FBG Duck. The Windy City, Chicago, once hailed as the birthplace of great rap music, has now become a breeding ground for unending gang violence and wanton killings. Gang activities have made the Chicago rap scene bloody for young rappers looking to make their mark. With over a dozen rappers killed in the streets of Chicago in the past 10 years and gang violence on the rise, there seems to be no end in sight. It was in the year 2020 when tragedy struck the rap industry. FBG Duck, whose real name was Carlton Weekly, was tragically shot and killed in a brazen act of violence. The news sent shockwaves through the music community and left fans mourning the loss of a talented artist. While King Von denied any involvement in FBG Duck's murder, rumors and accusations began to circulate, pointing fingers back at him. The aftermath of FBG Duck's death was marked by fears of retaliation and ongoing investigations. The investigation into FBG Duck's murder took a significant turn when members of the rival gang, All Block, leaked incriminating information on social media. Their actions led to their own arrest and brought the attention of law enforcement to the case. The FBI became involved in the investigation, utilizing their resources to trace the vehicles used in the shooting and examine phone data. Their efforts aimed to gather crucial evidence that would shed light on the identity of the perpetrators. The shooting not only claimed the life of FBG Duck, but also left his girlfriend and another individual injured. The devastating impact of this act of violence reverberated throughout the community, leaving a trail of pain and sorrow in its wake. Released records from an anonymous witness shed new light on the individuals suspected to be involved in FBG Duck's murder. Among them was King Von, who allegedly placed a hit on FBG Duck and even went as far as purchasing customized necklaces for the alleged shooters. Members of the O-Block gang, believed to be responsible for the killing, openly referenced the murder in their music and on social media. The FBI documents disclosed the names of the alleged shooters and the weapons used in the crime. Charles C. Murda Liggins, Kenneth Kenny Mac Robertson, Carlos Los Offer, Christopher C. Thang Thomas, and Marcus Muwop Smarts were arrested for the murder and RICO charges.
National headlines as officials confirmed one of the three people shot and killed was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
On the night of November 5th, 2020, King Von was preparing to celebrate the release of his debut album, Welcome to A Block, at Club Opium. Having grown up in an environment riddled with crime and gangs, and the fact that his rival FBG Duck was recently murdered, King Von understood the importance of safety. He had two personal security guards accompanying him, along with his manager, known as Track 100, who had his own personal security detail. The entourage consisted of around 20 to 25 people, traveling in 8 to 10 vehicles, including a bulletproof truck that King Von himself traveled in. 0 a.m. and 3 a.m. As the night began to wind down, it was time for King Von and his crew to leave the club and head back to their Airbnb, as was their usual routine. But on this particular night, King Von had other plans. Instead of sticking to the agreed-upon plan, he decided to go off script. He instructed his driver to head to another after-hours spot, the Mono Hookah Lounge. This impulsive decision would prove to be a pivotal moment, setting the stage for the tragic events that would follow. While King Von and a few others headed to the Mono Hookah Lounge, the rest of his entourage, who were on their way to the hotel, made a U-turn and followed him. Upon their arrival at the parking lot of the Mono Hookah Lounge, King Von's manager, Track 100, noticed something unusual. King Von, who was typically cool, calm, and collected, seemed off that night. He remained in the bulletproof truck for around 30 minutes, which was uncharacteristic of him. Concerned about King Von's behavior, Track 100 entered the passenger seat of the truck to check in with him. Sensing that he shouldn't keep everyone waiting any longer, King Von finally decided to enter the club. However, due to club policy, the security personnel had to leave their firearms in the vehicle before entering. As they made their way into the club, little did they know that another rapper, Quando Rondo, was in his vehicle nearby, preparing to go to sleep. One of King Von's entourage approached the vehicle window and informed King Von that Quando Rondo was parked close by and sleeping. This information triggered something in King Von, causing him to immediately hop out of the bulletproof truck and head in the direction of Quando Rondo's vehicle, Quando Rondo. Without hesitation, King King Von began unleashing a flurry of punches, initiating a brawl that would have dire consequences. The situation escalated rapidly, with punches being thrown from both sides. Amidst the chaos, shots were fired, and in the surveillance footage from the club, the alleged shooter can be seen approaching the white vehicle and firing multiple shots, hitting King Von and his manager. The alleged shooter was then shot in retaliation, leading to a hail of bullets from off-duty Atlanta police officers who were working security at the establishment. In the midst of the gunfire, 2 members of King Von's entourage tragically lost their lives, adding to the already devastating toll of this feud. King Von, despite being shot, was helped into a black vehicle by his friend, while the alleged shooter got into Quando Rondo's white vehicle. The fight for King Von's life had just begun. As they rushed to the nearest hospital, those in the vehicle with King Von were amazed by his composure. Even while bleeding out, he remained calm and reassured those around him. However, despite their efforts, King Von passed away while undergoing surgery. He was only 26 years old at the time of his untimely death. The Great Chicago Beef. In the heart of Chicago's Woodlawn area, a young talent was born who would go on to make a significant impact on the rap scene. Carlton Weekly, better known as FBG Duck, entered this world on December 6, 1993, with a destiny waiting to unfold. Growing up in the Parkway Garden homes, FBG Duck experienced the harsh realities of street life from an early age. Woodlawn, also known as O-Block, was a neighborhood known for its challenges and adversities. But within these streets, FBG Duck found solace and purpose through music. FBG Duck's journey into the world of hip-hop began when he became a member of the Flyboy Gang rap group, also known as Clout Boys. This group of aspiring musicians from the Chicago region shared a common passion for music and a desire to make their voices heard. FBG Duck's unique style and powerful lyrics quickly set him apart from the crowd, catching the attention of both his peers and the local music scene. The Flyboy Gang became a platform for FBG Duck to express his experiences, struggles, and triumphs through his music. The group's abbreviation, FBG, became synonymous with his name, solidifying his identity as an artist. With each track he released, FBG Duck's reputation grew and his fan base expanded. FBG Duck's involvement in the Flyboy Gang was not just about music, it was a way of life. The gangsters in the Chicago region recognized the individuals who were part of the Flyboy Gang, and FBG Duck embraced this identity. He became a prominent figure in the drill music scene, which was known for its gritty and authentic portrayal of life in Chicago's neighborhoods. As FBG Duck's talent and popularity grew, so did his influence within the Flyboy Gang. He became a driving force, inspiring his fellow members and pushing the boundaries of their music. Together, they created a unique sound that resonated with audiences and captured the essence of their experiences. FBG Duck's lyrical prowess and storytelling ability were unmatched. His lyrics painted vivid pictures of the struggles and triumphs he faced growing up in Woodlawn. He fearlessly addressed the violence, poverty, and social issues that plagued his community, giving a voice to those who often went unheard. In addition to his contributions to the Flyboy Gang, FBG Duck also pursued a solo career. In 2011, he released his debut mixtape, marking the beginning of his journey as a solo artist. His music showcased his versatility and ability to captivate listeners with his unique flow and powerful delivery. FBG Duck's dedication to his craft was unwavering. Despite the dangers of getting shot on multiple occasions, he poured his heart and soul into every track, using his music as a means to express his truth and shed light on the realities of street life. He spoke openly about other rappers not willing to collab because of his beef with King Von.
So it's like, if they feel like they gotta show them that much respect, well, we ain't gonna with Duck.
You don't want to with him anyway.
Right. Basically, you don't want to with me anyway. Yeah.
His authenticity resonated with fans who connected with his raw and unfiltered storytelling. Despite the challenges he faced, FBG Duck remained focused on his music and his vision. He believed in the power of his words to bring about change and inspire others. Through his music, he aimed to uplift his community and shed light on the issues that needed addressing. As FBG Duck's popularity continued to rise, so did the recognition from industry professionals. His talent caught the attention of Sony Music Entertainment's subsidiary, Records, leading to a record deal that would further propel his career. The label saw the potential in FBG Duck's music and recognized his ability to make a lasting impact in the industry. FBG Duck's involvement in the Flyboy Gang and his solo career marked a turning point in his life. His music became a platform for him to share his experiences, connect with his audience, and leave a lasting legacy. Through his dedication and unwavering passion, FBG Duck solidified his place as one of the most influential figures in the Chicago drill scene. On the other side of this deadly feud was King Von. His early life was marked by adversity and and the harsh realities of growing up in Chicago's South Side. Born as Davon Daquan Bennett on August 9, 1994, he spent his formative years in the Parkway Garden homes. However, his upbringing was far from idyllic. One of the defining moments of King Von's early life was the tragic loss of his father when he was just 11 years old. This event had a profound impact on him, leaving a void that would shape his outlook on life. The absence of a father figure led King Von down a troubled path, seeking solace and belonging in the streets. As he navigated his teenage years, King Von found himself drawn to the emerging drill music scene in Chicago. This genre of music reflected the raw and gritty experiences of life in the inner city, resonating with King Von's own struggles and experiences. He saw music as an outlet for his emotions and a way to tell his story. However, King Von's involvement in the drill music scene also brought him into frequent contact with the criminal justice system. He was frequently incarcerated for various criminal charges, further adding to the challenges he faced in his early life. Despite these setbacks, King Von remained determined to pursue his passion for music and make a name for himself. After his release from jail in 2017, King Von's music career took a significant turn. He caught the attention of fellow Chicago rapper Lil Durk, who saw immense potential in him. Lil Durk wasted no time in signing King Von to his record label, Only the Family and Empire Distribution, providing him with a platform to showcase his talent to a wider audience. With his newfound support, King Von released a series of singles that showcased his unique storytelling ability and captivating style. However, it was his breakout single, Crazy Story, that catapulted him into the spotlight. The song resonated with listeners, capturing their attention with its vivid depiction of street life and the harsh realities of Chicago. Crazy Story climbed the charts, reaching an impressive number 81 on the Billboard Hot 100, solidifying King Von's status as a rising star in the rap industry. Buoyed by the success of Crazy Story, King Von continued to release music and gain popularity. His mixtapes, including Grandson, Vol 1 Inch, and Levon James, showcased his growth as an artist and further cemented his place in the drill music scene. His raw and authentic storytelling, coupled with his unique style, resonated with fans and critics alike. King Von's first studio album, Welcome to O Block, marked a significant milestone in his career and had a profound impact on his trajectory as an artist. Released in 2020, the album showcased his growth and solidified his position in the music industry. As both King Von and FBG Duck rose to prominence in the rap industry, their paths inevitably crossed, leading to a clash that would have devastating consequences. The beef between these two artists escalated through diss tracks, social media exchanges, and real-life confrontations. While King Von denied any involvement in FBG Duck's murder,
Ain't no more FBG.
there were hints and accusations that pointed back to it. The tension between these two artists reached a boiling point, setting the stage for a tragic and shocking event that changed everything. The beef escalated, with diss tracks and disrespectful lyrics flying back and forth. The intensity of their feud captivated fans and drew attention from the wider hip-hop community. But their beef spiraled out of control, leading to tragic and devastating outcomes. These factions used their music as a platform to express their loyalty, pride, and disdain for their rivals. The drill rap genre became the battleground for their verbal sparring, with diss tracks fueling the fire of their animosity. FBG Duck and King Von traded barbs, each lyric dripping with venom and challenging the other's reputation. The diss tracks became more personal, more provocative, and the tension between the factions escalated with every release. The drill rap feud between FBG Duck and King Von became a spectacle, captivating the attention of not only their loyal fan bases, but also law enforcement and the media. The lyrics were filled with threats, claims of dominance, and even bounties placed on each other's heads. Social media became a battleground of its own, with FBG Duck and King Von taunting each other, posting pictures of guns, stacks of cash, and their respective crews. The online presence of these rappers only fueled the flames of violence, as their followers eagerly awaited the next move in this deadly game. But it wasn't just the rappers who were involved in this escalating conflict. The Tookaville faction and the O Block set were deeply entrenched in the gang scene, with their members engaging in acts of violence and retribution on the streets of Chicago. Shootings became a regular occurrence, innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire as the factions fought for control over their territories. The violence seemed never-ending, with each act of retaliation leading to another, creating a vicious cycle of bloodshed. Law enforcement struggled to contain the chaos as the gang war spilled over into the neighborhoods, endangering the lives of innocent residents. The police presence in these communities became more prominent, but the underlying tensions continued to simmer beneath the surface. The violent attacks and reprisals never stopped, leading to the untimely demise of both talented rappers. Aftermath of the chaos,
FBG Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly, was shot and killed while shopping in the Gold Coast back in August 2020. Feds tied that shooting to a brutal Southside gang war.
The brazen nature of the shooting sent shockwaves through the city, leaving residents and law enforcement alike searching for answers. The feds quickly linked the shooting to the ongoing gang war between the Tookaville faction and the O-Block set. The drill rap feud had spilled over into the streets, claiming lives and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The trial that followed the Gold Coast shooting of FBG Duck was a pivotal moment in the aftermath of the chaos that had gripped Chicago's gang scene. It was a trial that would determine the fate of the alleged perpetrators and provide some semblance of justice for the victims and their families. The courtroom was filled with tension as the prosecution presented its case against the 6 reputed gang members accused of the murder of FBG Duck: Charles C. Murda Liggins, Kenneth Kenny Mac Robertson, Carlos Los Offord, Christopher C. Thang Thomas, Marcus Muwop Smarts, and Ralph T.Z. Turpin stood trial, their fate hanging in the balance. The prosecution meticulously laid out its case, presenting evidence that linked each defendant to the planning and execution of the attack. Witnesses testified, providing chilling accounts of the events leading up to the shooting and the roles played by each defendant. The defense attorneys fought tooth and nail, attempting to cast doubt on the credibility of the witnesses and the validity of the evidence. They argued that their clients were being unfairly targeted, and that the drill rap feud between FBG Duck and King Von was merely a form of entertainment, not a motive for murder. Throughout the trial, FBG Duck's family sat in the courtroom, their emotions raw and their pain palpable. They listened intently to the testimonies, hoping for some closure and justice for their beloved son and brother. After weeks of intense proceedings, the jury retired to deliberate. The fate of the defendants now rested in their hands. The city held its breath, waiting for the verdict that would determine the course of justice. And then, after just 2 full days of deliberations, the verdict was delivered. Charles C. Murda Liggins, Kenneth Kenny Mac Robertson, Carlos Los Offord, Christopher C. Thang Thomas, Ralph T.Z. Turpin, and Marcus Muwop Smart were found guilty of various charges related to the murder of FBG Duck. FBG Duck's mother and other family members cried tears of relief and hugged each other tightly as the guilty verdicts were read. It was a bittersweet moment for them, knowing that justice had been served, but also realizing that their loved one was gone forever. His mother was grateful about the convictions. The convictions sent shockwaves through the city.
I just want to thank the United States government for doing a very good job on making sure that these guys would never hurt another mom.
Serving as a stark reminder that the consequences of gang violence would not go unpunished. The convictions disrupted the power dynamics within the gangs, sending a clear message that law enforcement was committed to dismantling these criminal enterprises. Law enforcement officials hailed the convictions as a significant victory in the fight against gang violence. They emphasized that the trial was not just about the individuals on trial, but about sending a message to the entire gang community that their actions would have severe consequences. However, in a surprising turn of events, the charges against Lil Tim, the man accused of King Von's murder, were unexpectedly dropped. In April 2021, Lil Tim, born Timothy Leaks, was able to post a $100,000 bond despite being charged with 1 count of murder. This was a significant development, as murder is typically considered a non-bondable offense in the state of Georgia. Lil Tim's ability to appeal his case to the Superior Court and be granted bond raised eyebrows and sparked speculation about the strength of the evidence against him. Months passed, and the legal proceedings surrounding King Von's murder continued. The case garnered significant media attention, with fans and critics alike closely following the developments. However, on August 20th, 2023, Lil Tim's attorney, Noah Pines, released a statement that sent shockwaves through the music industry. The statement revealed that all charges against Lil Tim had been dismissed prior to ever being indicted. This unexpected turn of events left the public in disbelief and raised numerous questions about the true nature of King Von's murder. The dropping of the charges did not imply that Lil Tim was found innocent or that he had beaten the case. Instead, it indicated that there was not enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to convict him. The decision to drop the charges left many wondering about the implications and the true circumstances surrounding King Von's tragic death. Prosecutors reportedly now believe that King Von's murder may have been an act of self-defense. This revelation added another layer of complexity to the case and further fueled speculation and debate. The music industry and fans of King Von were left grappling with the uncertainty surrounding his death and the unanswered questions that lingered. In the wake of the dropped charges, the focus shifted to the remaining suspects in King Von's murder case. At the time of publication, there were no other known suspects in the death of the beloved rapper. However, Von's girlfriend, Asian Doll, took to social media to express her disbelief and frustration. In a since-deleted tweet, she suggested that the police were responsible for King Von's death. These allegations added another layer of complexity to an already convoluted case. The public was left questioning the credibility of the investigation and the motives behind the dropped charges. The controversy surrounding King Von's murder continued to grow, with fans and critics demanding answers and justice for the fallen rapper. In a 2021 interview with Angela Yee, Quando Rondo, who was involved in the altercation that led to King Von's murder, claimed that he and his team were acting in self-defense that night. He described the events as a blur. The conflicting narratives and the lack of clarity surrounding the events leading to King Von's murder only added to the intrigue and speculation. The dropping of the charges against Lil Tim left the case at a standstill, with authorities closing the investigation following his arrest in 2020. Community members, tired of living in fear and witnessing the devastation caused by gang violence, expressed hope that the convictions would bring about a sense of peace and safety in their neighborhoods. They believed that justice had been served and that the city could begin to heal. Enjoyed the video? Crave more excitement? Stay tuned by clicking on any of the cards on your screen right now for more thrilling content. See you next time.